We have made it. We have made it. It was touch and go there for a second. Behind
Yeah.
the scenes, technical difficulties. But we have made it. We're here. It's episode 69. Stop your giggling. Prep Talk Live. I'm Casey with Cascadia Dispatch. Joining me in his construction cone is Tup the Urban Prepper. Tup, what is up? What's going on?
Uh, just back to school, so getting back, having the kids adjust to the new school expectations, and the weather is turning into the fall, at least where I'm at. So it's uh, just adapting to the change of the seasons and everything. And but yeah, all in all, it's going good. I see we have Sutton's Days in the audience, so
Look,
I think
there were
last time I buttoned down, I'm going to button up with Sutton's Day here.
I wasn't going to say anything. There's actually there's a couple of things of notable things in the audience today. One of
Pigs
which
fly.
you've noticed. Pigs Fly is here. Pony Girl is here. So we know it's a party. Big Ross is here. Big Ross
Yeah.
hasn't been here for a while, so that's exciting. Sutton's
You,
Days, of
you
course.
lifted the Big Ross ban, then is what happened.
Yeah, well, exactly. I didn't realize that I had, but
Statute of limitations expired on
yeah,
him.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He's back. Sutton's Days is here, obviously, of course. That made us a little nervous. We had to take a minute in the green room to
Yeah.
kind of compose ourselves. Usually it's a surprise. It's like, oh, we have to react. But she was here. We knew it was happening.
I'm here to crush the comment section.
Yeah, exactly. But Chuck is here, and what you don't know about that, Chuck actually sent me an email earlier this
Oh,
week saying, "Hey, just letting you know, I got some stuff going on. I'm not going to be here for the next week or two. So I'll try to catch the replays. Yet, as we're looking in the plans change, and
can't get
Chuck is
away.
here.
Yeah, can't get away.
So yeah, exactly. So I'm actually just trying to catch up on the chat room because, as we all know, this podcast only exists to allow for the chat room to happen.
It's for
Um,
like Pony Girl and Chuck to talk amongst themselves, and
yeah,
Sutton stays to troll us, and and then
yeah.
you and I
It's
just
like
chat. Yeah, it's a gathering place.
it's like in when they're doing like big things in Congress and they talk about the cloakroom. Like
Yeah,
we're what's happening in the main area, like the distraction, but the real stuff that's happening behind the scenes is happening in the chat room.
that's true.
So yeah, so I'm trying to get. There's like power outages. Like Sutton Stays is talking about a power outage.
Oh my gosh.
There's conversations about pork, something to do with I don't even know. There's Sutton's Days is declaring that women are super preppers, which
They are.
is
Yeah.
100% true. I'm not ever going to argue with that. There's all kinds of things going on here that we were talking when we first got on. Like, hey, what do we want to talk about in the 48 seconds that we had before we put the show?
We'll measure the room, and then we'll adapt it from there. So
And sure enough, we got all kinds of stuff happening. So I just want to go through real quick. Let's see. There's gender ratio on the channel is not like, oh, here we go. And this makes me happy. I'm so excited about this. One thing I noticed is the gender ratio
that
on
is
this channel
true.
is not like other prepping channels. Much more female presence, and that is a good thing. Yes, 100% yes. I think one of the things that I've noticed in the prepping community is there are a lot of prepping kind of scary channels
Yep.
that appeal to a very, I'm going to say testosterone filled sort of guns and camo um, and that sort of thing. And I don't think that that is what most prepping, like everyday prepping, is about. And I know that that can be a bit off-putting. And so I am super excited that not only do we have the general community that we have, but that community includes as many female participants as it does, because that is fantastic for us.
Yeah.
So hooray.
We're doing good. We're doing good. We're welcoming to all, to everyone, and yeah, it's true. It's the most of the prepping channels. It's a bunch of dudes chatting with each
Yeah.
other about stuff. So
Yeah, like big trucks and things. It's like, sure, like,
yeah,
yeah, we all like that. Like that's fun. But like, I always have said that there are a couple of my wife's friends who I call them my muses. And I kind of think like, okay, if I was making this content or if I was making this video or something like that, how would I explain it to them? Because they kind of strike me as like the the sensibility that I'm looking for, the level of interest in preparedness that I think I'm looking for, and also trying to not make it too over the top, too, we're going out in the backyard and digging holes and things like that. Like that's not where we're going. We're like, hey, let's have some fun with this whole thing.
Yeah, I get for like a lot of the organization stuff that I do. I don't look for like when you're always looking for inspiration for different projects and stuff. And I definitely don't look for like tactical organization. I go like to a lot of the moms who are like hardcore pantry organizers, and they have
Yeah.
do it on a dime. And there's all sorts of great channels that have that. But yeah, I like stealing ideas from the moms that have done deep dives into various topics. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah. The mom, and it's kind of this interesting definition on prepping, I think, too, of like when we talk about prepping adjacent,
Yeah.
available online for purchase or whatever, stolen from Tup, and who stole it from Ben Banters. There are kind of these other groupings. There's kind of like the homestead grouping and the home organization and like the mom kind of mom organization, mom meal planning, mom like life planning sort of channels, and then you've got like Canadian prepper and city prepping and the doom zoom that are kind of quasi news and also, oh my goodness, the world is coming to an end and what do we do sort of channels. And I've always felt like your channel and my channel have tried to kind of sit in the middle and bring the pieces of each of those that kind of overlap together in a fun and friendly way that kind of cross pollinates across.
Yeah, I think there with all the whole prepping community, there's a little bit of something for everyone out there. So, and we're just part of the pie for it. Because there's a lot of people that want to
Yep.
have want to gravitate towards a lot of the news and current event stuff because that's the thing that interests them. There's I might get more of the nerds that come and want to see color coordination of modules or something like that, and then there's the tactical ones that want to learn more about tactical guerrilla warfare and stuff like that. But it's all part of the prepping pie, and we offer our little slice of pie here. So
The prepping puzzle, the prepping
I
pie.
always worry like,
Yeah.
and Big Ross was talking about that. Like, I don't like the idea of prepping some of the more extreme stuff, like turning off people, which would stop them from wanting to prep. To me, that's like
Yes.
we're doing a disservice to people if we're scaring them off. I go and again, they never go full prepper. So if you go full prepper, you might scare off some people that need to prepare and need to be ready for basic emergency types things. So just a power outage, but they might, if they were to do a quick Google search, they might go to the scary stuff right away. So there seems like there should be a staging process, like or a the 100 101 type courses before you get to the hardcore 300 400 level prepping courses. So,
Yeah. It kind of strikes me too as like Gordon Ramsay. Like he has a lot of
yes.
different shows. And so like if you were to watch like Hell's Kitchen or something like that, or Kitchen Nightmares, where he's just yelling and screaming at the people that are in the show and calling them names and all this sort of stuff, you would, if you've never cooked before, you would probably never ever
And I'm never
want
going
to
to cook.
cook because yeah. But if you watch him more on like, I think it's like MasterChef, like
Mhm.
MasterChef Junior, when he's like
He's so
working
nice.
with the kids and he's
Yeah.
super nice and supportive and helps them and offers them opportunities outside of the show and everything. You're like, okay, this is where we want to be. Like that's the zone. So yeah, so we're not going to talk about camo painting our faces and hiding in the woods or anything like that. We're much more like, hey, let's color code bins and get cool flashlights. Um,
Yeah.
Speaking
Totally.
of, how's your flashlight? How's your switchblade flashlight going?
Well, I keep doing tolls, polls. Sorry, I'm actually filming a video, and I'm doing pretty good on my filming stuff for the past week, and I'm back in the flow of because when you work a full time day job, you're full time dad, a full time
Mm-hmm.
a night live, you're on Prep Talk Live. The time is
Yep.
limited, so I have to squeeze in like where I could do B-roll filming for all the things that I've been filming. A lot of the flashlights, yeah, for work today. Like let's see my EDC. Uh, I again in the office setting, I go with the anchor for it because that switchblade one, which I have close by. Let's see. Yeah, it's close by. It
Yes.
scares people. It scares people in an urban environment. It's not urban friendly, and I've taken it out to at different events, and everyone's like, "Whoa, whoa, Cliff, take it easy." And I'm like, "No, it's not a switchblade. I promise."
I just wanted to help you find your keys, Tim.
This one
That's
looks
all I
more
was
like
trying to do.
this could be like a mascara. I don't know, makeup or something like. Who knows what this is? But it's not a switchblade though. You could tell, and so that's the dilemma. But the problem is, I really like this one. It's a better light. It's brighter. It has better functionality. I think it has a universal charging. The pocket clip's deeper.
Hmm.
The switch is better. All in all, it's a better one. But I still prefer this one for urban because if I bring this out at work, no one's gonna think that I've that I'm going West Side Story on them and getting the switchblade out. So that's what I'm. But anyway, it's these are proper problems that I
Yeah.
have. So
So one
so,
of the
but I
funny
do I
things.
do carry this if I don't have to take it out in the office, I'll switch over to this one because
Mhm.
I do like it better. I just Streamlight, just come out with a blue version. Let's do this right. Come on.
Okay. Yeah. Everyone just at mention Streamlight and lets them
I'm
know
gonna
that
I'm,
we'd
I'm
really
gonna do
like
a
a blue.
dedicated video. Say, hey, Streamlight, like, please change this. Don't make it. They changed. They have a new version where it's shorter, which is good because I do like that it's the anchor shorter. But then they changed like the switch on it, and they have a button, and I just want the same thing but just a little smaller, like this length, and make it a different color so it doesn't totally look tactical. So
Also,
again,
take the knife out of it.
yeah,
That's
take
the
the
other. Yeah.
switchblade out of it. It's
Yeah. I mean, that's just seems.
but
Uh,
every time I've taken it out, people are like, "Whoa, whoa!" They're like, "What, Cliff? What's going on?"
so I love. First off, I love the idea that you take tolls. For when people use your
Polls. Yeah,
when
yes,
yeah, you said polls, but I know really what you do is you rent your flashlights out to people when they
yeah,
need it, when they've lost their keys or whatever. Look, Sally, I know I have a flashlight. It's $3.95
yeah.
for the first 20 minutes if you'd like to. I think that's a fantastic way of subsidizing your prepping situation. Um, Also, we have a lot of stickers.
That's a good idea, Big
Stickers
Fly.
is yeah. Pigs Fly came up with that. We've got some upvotes in the
I've been
chat
I've been
for
thinking
that.
of taking it apart and like dyeing it like a blue or white or something, or painting it, or glow in the dark, anything. But
I love
it's
that your first thought is to rip the thing apart as
yeah,
opposed to put a sticker on it,
that's what
just like a
preppers do.
happy face or
It's
something. Yeah,
this little. I mean, it's already looks different. It doesn't look like a flashlight because it's flat, and then this little notch over here. Then plus you have that little butt. It's just it's
yeah. So
these are
the
the
funny
things
thing
that
is when you were talking about that, like that it looks like a mascara or something.
yeah.
So
I don't know
in the
anything about
Portland
makeup,
area,
so it might
yeah,
not.
yeah,
Maybe not mascara, but whatever. You know what I.
in Oregon, there are certain things that are more legal than in other areas of the country, and so some of the devices that you would use to inhale those things look like that blue thing. So
Yes.
when you hold it up, and I don't have one. I'm not. It's not my thing. That's not my jam. It's fine for everybody who is. I know lots of people who do. For me personally, not my jam. But I'm used to seeing those things used all over the place.
Yeah, like a
And I don't think flashlight. I think, oh, that's a that's a vaporizer right there.
yeah.
That's what that is.
But yeah, these are the I'm making some modifications to EDC, and I've been filming some stuff out in downtown Seattle during my after we do this live stream. I have some B-roll stuff that I'm filming because I have like 3 videos that are in the pipe ready to come, and so I've been cranking out a little bit of Instagram reels lately just to get back in the flow
Mm-hmm.
of things. So which is it's
Yeah.
actually been kind of fun. So
Sutton
wait, Sutton
States,
States
thanks
is
for
leaving.
joining
Sutton
us.
States is leaving. So okay, thank you.
We can all take a deep breath.
Thank you. Okay.
Everyone just,
I mean,
yeah, exactly.
okay. All right.
We can return to our normal mediocre content.
Let me show my
That's
show my chest here.
your chest hair.
I don't have any chest hair.
The rating of this podcast just changed.
Yeah,
That's what's happened.
it just dipped. We just dipped. Sorry about that.
Preppers
Algorithms,
after
AI.
dark.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah. So Plastidip was a suggestion.
That's a good idea.
There was some more stickers. Spray paint was an idea. Chuck
'Cause
said, "How about wrap it in tape?"
well,
And
it's like little
then
torque screws on there. I think I could take. I've never tried taking it apart, but I think you could, right?
and
Can't be
then
that hard.
also put CoverGirl stickers on it so it actually looks like it's makeup instead of
Yeah.
something else.
Well, if I could do that, if I could show us your belly. No, no, even my wife doesn't
Oh,
want to see my belly,
look,
Jonathan.
if you want to see, like, he has it, you have to go to the subscription site for that.
I had someone
He has
back in the day.
another platform.
Yeah, back in the early YouTube days, I had this person that wanted to see my feet for some reason. They had maybe had some kind of fetish or something, and they wanted pepper feet. And like, dude, I'm not going to show you my feet. But like, it was like a frequent request for a few years.
And that's how channels are made or broken, ladies and
Yes,
gentlemen.
yeah,
He turned it down, and
I turned it
he's
down,
yeah, exactly. And the trajectory of the channel has never been the same. That is fantastic.
teasing with his
Um,
possible chest hair. No, I don't have
yeah,
any. I have a scar. I have a cool scar because I had open chest surgery when I was 20.
yeah. It was
But
it
that's a
was from the laser hair removal. It went poorly,
yes.
and so that's a thing.
It was like
Um,
yeah.
so I've noticed you've been doing a lot more reels. You've been
I well
getting very creative with your movie clips and
well
everything
it's
else.
my wife makes fun of me about it, but it's whenever I'm like going through Instagram or TikTok, I see these memes, I always look at things with a prepper lens. So like just like every time you go to Costco, you're thinking prep wise, or at least I do.
Yeah.
When I watch these things, I think of like they do it on something normal, like that it resonates with everyone, and I always I don't know, like thinking of funny prepper type things. Anyway, it's just kind of fun and it's easy, so I could do batch. I make like 10 of them in a row, and then I could stage them out, and then that gives me time to work on my video editing, which is the part that takes a long time.
Yeah. I always get nervous with like fair use. I don't know why. It freaks me out.
Yeah,
But of
I
like
feel like
using other
TikTok.
things.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it's on a for those memes, those funny ones on Instagram. I don't make
Yeah.
any money from Instagram or TikTok, so I wouldn't put
Yeah.
it on the main channel or anything like that. But
Yeah.
uh,
No, I would like to. It's one of those things that's like I have these great ideas. Well, I think they're great ideas.
yeah,
Uh, but I'm always like, okay, like is Disney gonna call and sue me for like using that clip for that thing? And I'm sure
yeah,
they wouldn't, because like that happens all the time. Everybody uses them.
yeah.
I think I just need to dip my toe in the water and actually do it.
I don't know, it's kind of fun, and they're quick to make, and people have the short attention span, so you appear in the reels, and the if it it's the AI seems to be a little bit friendlier with that than it is with like normal videos, and the main reason is just to kind of get the juices flowing as I'm working
Hmm.
on videos. So
Yeah.
I finished my the junk drawer filming and everything like that, so I just need to finish the editing on that. I have a electronics module, also working on my vehicle theft prevention kit uh video, so working on the PDF for that. So yeah, so it's trying to get see if I still
You-
got it.
getting back in the game. I actually tried one of the services is an AI. And so I put one out on like TikTok or Reels or something the other day. And so I was experimenting with actually taking like videos. So I took like our podcast, I've taken a couple of
Oh,
my
okay.
own videos and run it through this like AI system that looks at the video and the transcript and everything else and actually cuts it together into a short or a reel or
How did it
whatever.
do?
It did all right. It
Yeah,
was not like super viral.
yeah.
But
Well, how
my
did it do, like picking the right things? I mean,
it did so it puts like 10 different clips, and then you can go in and kind of edit it a little bit. Um, the way that the podcast is set up isn't super great for actually kind of making sure that the output it's not as clean as when I make them myself.
yeah. Well,
Um,
you're
but
kind of
like
a
they
professional, so
Yeah, but it's still like it still made a really good clip, and there are actually a few of them in there that are that I think are pretty good. It
yeah.
identified your Pokeball story. That was one that it was like 100%
This is good
people
stuff
will
here.
love this. Yeah, exactly. But it's
I
kind of
still I,
interesting.
I still haven't been back to the Pokeball just because of that. Uh,
The people
uh,
that work at the Pokeball place haven't been back to the Pokeball place, I
well, someone had to clean that up, so I don't know. But yeah, that was
think.
now I was for lunch. I was like, oh, do I want Pokeball? No, I don't want to. Still thinking about that. So
Yeah,
So
that's
let's talking about my chest hair. He glues on to start that prepping chest hair. He glues on to help
wow.
start wow. Uh,
Now, hold on.
you never know.
That is not a bad I like I mean it's a ridiculous idea, but like you could like could you I guess the question is if you wouldn't probably glue it on, but if you were in some sort of a situation,
Like
could
a
you
burnt
use your
hair for
own
yeah.
hair as a tinder method?
I think it's a good idea. Let me think.
Like you would have a you would have a limited supply, but
Because it
also
burns pretty
like
quick, doesn't it?
yeah, but like it also is a like a renewable resource. Like it would grow back,
That's
over
true.
time.
What if
So
you had
depending on
hair and you put it like if you had like Vaseline or whatever to also like it was like hair maybe that I could have start a business like Tup fire starters and it's all just like my beard hair and and bag bomb or something.
I think the thing though is
And
like you would be taking it off of yourself in the emergency. So in order for that
um
to work, you would have to walk around covered in Vaseline all the
that's true. So I can't mass produce these
time.
top
Yeah, I don't
top hairballs.
yeah, I mean you could and I don't know, maybe put it like maybe take it to Pike's Place and sell it like in the market
They
next to the pepper jelly
they
and
probably have something like that at Pike because
yeah.
there's all sorts of interesting folks there. But I could have like the top armpit hair and top beard hair and
Oh
belly
my
button
goodness.
hair.
It could be like limited edition. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like you could grow your hair out really long and then you could have like really long ones, but then like you have to cut your hair. And so then it would be limited edition
Well, didn't like
because
some movie stars
it's
sell
only.
like their bath water or something like that? They were selling
Uh,
that,
so there was a Twitch streamer that
yeah,
sold her bathwater and made, I want to
get a lot of
say,
money.
over $1 million off of it. Um, so I mean, maybe that's a thing. Maybe you need to sell your prep water.
Well, yeah, that's
Your rain catchment water. Like
or I could use get the back of the toilet tank and then I filter it with certain
Tup's
filters and then I could
toilet
sell
water.
that toilet water. That could be my product.
Tup's toilet water. It's a whole nother level right there.
Daniel wants to
That's,
join the podcast. He says
yeah, yeah,
he's
yeah.
crushing it in the chat room.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. He's hitting a lot of walk-off home runs today.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
he's
that's for
doing pretty
sure.
good.
Yeah, I would love to hear what what Sutton's Dace would have said about all of this, but
She probably say, "Hey, okay, guys, let's get it back back together."
she would probably try to figure out a way to can the hair
Yeah.
so that you
Well,
could save it over time and
my
keep it.
wife's been my wife's been canning tomatoes like crazy. She's still the tomato dealer of the neighborhood, and so all these neighbors keep coming over and taking our tomatoes. So it's she's very proud of it. So
That is awesome.
when's your canning? When's your Sutton Stays tutorial
Yeah,
thing coming
the
out?
Sutton's Days Cascadia Dispatch crossover that no one ever thought would happen, but is
Yeah.
100% happening now. I don't know. So I have to talk to her and figure out what her schedule's like. I also had to talk to my wife and figure out like, okay, what should we can? Like, what would we eat if we were canning it? And I think she felt really good about hamburger, about some ground beef sort of
Hmm.
a thing. I talked to her about the chicken and the pork and all that sort of stuff. I think she is a bit more hesitant on the raw packed chicken. But I
Yeah.
have seen people do like cooked chicken that then they do that. So maybe that could be a thing.
Yeah.
But I gotta ask Sutton's Days kind of what she thinks would be good, but also like time wise, like does one of them take 4 hours to do and one of them takes 30 minutes to do? Like that might also play into it a
Yeah,
little bit for what we're.
I was worried about the chicken too, but I was convinced. I think Sutton Stays probably helped convince me on that too, or it was a Sutton's or Alaska Prepper, one of them.
Yeah.
Where I just always raw pack the chicken now. So.
And now have you okay, now I know you've raw packed chicken and all that stuff. Have you eaten the chicken that you have canned
I
yet? Or have you
I've
canned
done
it?
like I see I'm not as hardcore as Sutton Stays uses as her normal rotation. For me this is my emergency stash, but I've tried it to
Yeah.
make sure that it's edible. And the texture does with all of the canned meats. It's always a little different than what you'd want, but
Okay.
I think if you do shredded chicken and if you use it in like as a kind of a shredded chicken type thing and mix it with seasoning, then you could get by with it. So
Okay.
I've only like tested to make sure that it's doable. So
It's one of those things that it's like the dental thing, which I have on my desk. I'm
oh,
never
cool.
going to get rid of this. It's like the preps that you have, but you don't really know whether they work or not. But you're just going off of a hunch from somebody else that like this thing could work, and so I'm going to have it. So it's like, yeah, you've canned the chicken. You have no idea if it tastes good or if it
Yeah.
will kill you or any of that sort of thing. But hopefully you will never need it, and so it will just sit on a shelf like a badge of honor.
Yeah, we do use it. We mainly when we break open the cans, it's usually on the like on our beets or on our pickles or other things, and those are ones of my
Mhm.
tomatoes. We do
Yeah.
that a lot, but the for the meats, it's kind of for me, it's like they're investment meats. Like,
Investment needs.
yeah. Well, it's when I bought it, it's more expensive now if I wanted to do it than when I originally bought a lot of those ones. So meats are just going up. The meat game is just going up and up and up.
Yeah,
It's a good
exactly.
stock to get.
It's fantastic. We just beat inflation and just like put it all to the side and then cash it
It's,
out. Like
I like the idea of investment meats. That could be a T-shirt, I think. So
investment needs.
it's like on Nasdaq or on the Dow Jones is just like meat.
Yeah,
There's a meat one.
exactly. Oh my goodness! It's like that whole tendies comment to a whole different thing. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
actual chicken is what's happening. Um, Okay, Nest Prepper. I saw he was, or it was she. I don't know because, I mean, who needs to know? Ugly chicken is easy and delicious.
I'm always
Uh,
looking for ugly chicken, and I think of
yeah,
Sutton Stays every time I see yellow tag chicken at the grocery store.
everybody
Uh,
thinks of Sutton Stays
yeah,
with the yellow tag chicken.
they should just have her face on a lot of these. Like if it's a yellow tag, it should be Sutton's Days on there. So
It should just be that would be like some people think of like if they see like a wonderful song or some amazing beautiful sculpture or something, it's like, oh, made me think of you or whatever.
yeah,
No, ugly chicken, that's what Sutton's Days and ugly chicken, that's where we're at. Oh
I see. So do you can any other meat? That's from Byron. I do ground beef. I do pork, and I do chicken. Is the ones that I do.
yeah, the Fisher Price farm set meats. um there was a question about yeah, home pressure canned chicken is delicious, much better than
Mhm.
store canned.
Yeah. But
um
I don't even like. I mean, typically I wouldn't eat store canned chicken.
yeah,
Like I would have fresh chicken. But
that
uh,
is the quintessential, like that's the context piece underneath that question.
yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
yeah, it's better than canned, but like you have to like canned chicken to start with.
yeah.
And
That's the starting
uh
point.
yeah, that's not a thing that I've ever really, I mean, I will say Costco, shout out to Costco, waiting on the sponsorship anytime, that would be great. They had made some like canned chicken with parmesan and the Olive Garden dressing. They were doing it as a
Ooh,
sample, and
ooh.
like that was really really good, and
Yeah.
it convinced me to buy some cans of chicken, and
Well,
then
people
I
use
have
it for
not
like
yet used
chicken
it.
salads. I know,
Yeah,
chicken salad sandwich and chicken salads, and it's popular. I saw something else here in the
yeah,
comments.
yeah, home canned chicken makes the best chicken salad,
I was
yes.
have you been to Costco and looked at the corned beef prices lately?
I have not. I've been to Costco. I have not looked at corned beef.
Check it out. It's crazy. It's like I was just took a photo of like it's like a little 6 pack is $36
Oh my
for like
god,
this much corned beef. Like and there's like 6 cans of it. I couldn't believe it. So
that
what's
is
happening?
amazing. Yeah, I don't. I mean, we should find out. We should ask Costco
Yeah,
if you're listening, which you should
I,
be at this point.
I took a photo. I
What's
took a
happening?
photo, so I'll put it on Instagram. Like, hey, what's
Okay,
going on?
all right. Yeah, tag Costco in it. Be like, hey, what's the
Like,
deal with
hey,
this? Um,
I didn't know that people were still. I mean, I know preppers get the corned beef, but I didn't know normal people were getting. I guess they if for corned beef and hash, maybe maybe
yeah,
that's what they're doing it for.
yeah. They used to have like a. Um, it was just basically like beef. It was packaged as if you were going to use it for like a Latin meat
Hmm.
dish or something. So it was like shredded beef in a pouch that you would like put into, like a chimichanga or something like that.
Yeah.
But it was really just meat and salt, and that was it. There was no actual seasoning or anything to it. And so we used to get but they only had it at one Costco in our area, and so we actually
Mm.
got it a couple of times. But again, like the texture, and we were like trying to figure out how to cook it so that it was closer to kind of what worked. And I don't think we ever figured that out yet.
Yeah.
So,
And spam is, I think, is going up a little bit from what over the years, for sure.
mm-hmm.
So, and now I see that Costco has it's like brown sugar spam or something. And they're plugging some spam
Brown.
flavors or something like that. It's like
Do they
I,
think they're Oreos?
I don't know. Here's sweet spam.
Sweet
Vienna
stuff.
sausages seem to be staying at the same price, and my daughter loves those things, but it grosses my wife out. She doesn't like the canned sausages, the Vienna sausages. But
um, Canned sausage patties are good and handy. Okay, question for
that's a
you.
good idea. That's a good idea.
Where do you? Okay,
I've never
are you
seen them.
meaning that as yeah? Are you meaning it as like okay, you
Like a
make the
breakfast
sausage patties at
sausage.
home and then you can them at home, or is there a place you have found canned sausage patties? Because I've never seen canned sausage patties. Also, I haven't ever looked for them. But I guess when we think about home canning, it really opens up the things that you could can and how clever you can get with what you would be canning.
Hmm.
Um,
Someone's saying there's pumpkin spice spam. Oh,
uh,
Daniel's
no,
just hitting home runs. Yeah,
Daniel is just like he's
Daniel's on a
really
roll.
embracing the third chair here. He is
Yeah, he
just
is.
like,
He's like,
yeah,
well, Sutton's Days is gone. It's a
yeah,
there's
exactly.
Sutton's Days sucks all the air out of the room. So then then now Daniel's like flourishing and really crushing it.
Exactly. Yeah. And Chuck and Pigs Fly and Pony Girl are just like, finally, we don't have to carry this whole conversation anymore. Like, we can just relax a little bit. Like, every week, like, these two guys show up and we have to do all of the
Yeah,
work.
they kind of carry us a little bit
Yeah.
especially in the first part of the.
Yeah. So Byron said that it's home canned sausage patties.
Oh,
So
interesting. I never.
that is an interesting idea of what else you could can at home that you don't see at the store that would be kind of, I guess, clever like that.
Sometimes when I'll make a big pot of soup, and then we'll have like half of it will be leftovers, and then I can that, and so or chili or something
Hmm.
like that, and I think
Yeah.
that's pretty good for sure. So
I always am like curious on that of the amount of time it would take to can whatever was left over
yeah,
versus freezing it. Like the duration of time of
I
usually
like
if you're canning something, it's going to be for longer duration storage.
yeah, and it's more power outage friendly, I think too. So because if you freeze
Yeah.
it and there's a power outage, then you lose all of it if you don't have a generator or anything like that. But if it's canned, it's like for me, it's like shelf stable, so it's probably the preferred method for preppers.
Yeah. Also, now figgy pudding spam.
I don't know what that is.
Apparently, that last year there was figgy pudding spam. Now people are just coming up with spam flavors. I
Yeah, I
don't
don't.
know if they even exist, but this is the creativity of our chat room. Is like the spam people should be in this chat room
Yeah,
listening to what's happening here. Um. Oh. Big says I saw sausage patties canned on Amazon, but thought they were really expensive.
yeah, I know like canned bacon is really expensive, and they have
Yeah.
that on Amazon too.
I wonder, could you make canned?
That is,
Uh,
I wonder. I don't know. Probably it'd probably be like real cadaver meat, chewy. Like I don't know if I'd want. My wife probably wouldn't eat that. So.
yeah. So, and we should. I'm assuming, Kaylin, that you're saying we should make Pigs Fly and Pony Girl mods. And if that is the question,
I
yeah, I
thought they
believe
are
they
mod.
already are. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think they are.
I think they
Yeah.
want to be on like the banners and stuff though too. Like we should
Yes.
maybe that could be offering that featuring
Modded.
with special guests Pig Fly and Chuck and
So what you're saying is I need to come up with an outro at the end of this to be like, and thank you to our mods and our sponsors that we don't have, but we have mods and our OG chat room and all of that.
people are talking
So
about canned bacon, Alaska Prepper, but I would imagine it's not crispy bacon though. It would be like again cadaver rubbery type meat. Like I don't that's
yeah,
my kind of bacon.
yeah, that would be.
No
I
one
guess the
can
question is,
fake, and he is an amazing actor. Daniel's just
oh,
rolling with it. I think Daniel might be a Chat GPT bot that's just like coming up with
actually,
funny
Chuck
responses.
Chuck prepared Daniel to be the AI bot replacement for while he was gone. He
Okay.
was like, "I'm not going to be here, so let me just make sure that all of that is covered." Um, let's see what else. I think I just lost the internet connection to
Oh,
the computer that I was using for moderating the chat room. So now I have to look over. I have to look over here.
yeah. I'm just looking at
Um,
the restream chats as they're going. So
Daniel wants an after podcast. He wants a show for after the podcast now.
yeah. Well, that's how they do,
Yeah.
like on Real Housewives of Detroit or something like that. Then they have the after where they talk about the episode.
Yeah.
They should probably that should happen with this too. I think. So.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's totally reasonable. I think
Yeah.
we should 100% do that. Let's see. Rogue. What did Rogue do? We haven't had we need to have Rogue on the podcast.
Yeah, I'm gonna be. I'm doing a little thing with Rogue on Monday.
Okay.
Which should be cool, and I'll mention it to her that she needs to swing on by. So, but yeah, I
Okay.
think like
Yeah.
spam, like for like Hawaiian type dishes, it's like fried rice with spam is good. But yeah,
Mhm.
I'm curious on the ramen one.
Are you doing it? So wait a minute, now, because we have all these people and we want to make sure we promote your stuff. So are you doing a live stream on the main channel with Rogue, or are you doing something else with Rogue, but you just happen to be chatting with her?
I could read the email. We're working on something where I'm going through my inbox. 1 second.
I mean, if it's secret or something, like you don't. But I was like, oh, if you're going to do like a live stream with Rogue, like we'll let everybody
She
know.
has
Like,
a this or that YouTube segment that she's doing, and I think we're gonna do a 5 minute or less via Zoom, is what she says. We're just a bunch of questions like this or that. Would you rather? And that's what we're gonna be doing on Monday. And so that's gonna be on her
oh,
channel.
okay, very very cool.
Yeah,
Very
Rogue
cool.
Preparedness, Caitlin.
Yeah, there's a lot of Casual Prepper podcast does like a 5 minute question thing now, and Rogue is doing it. So yeah, we need to come up with
It's
something
trendy.
else.
Well,
Yeah,
if they do 5 minutes, we do 4 minute abs. So
or
they do 5 minute abs, we do 4 minute abs. That's how we get them.
with your amazing chest hair and the thing. Yeah, that seems fantastic. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Oh wait, no, that's the. Oh, my computer's back. Okay, so now I can look
Okay,
at here. You all can look me in the eye. This is a much better situation. I like this way better. Okay. She's big into ham radio. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And then the internet went out. There's something wrong. There's something wrong with the internet and my laptop. I don't know what it is, but I got to figure that out.
They need to have spam radio. That's what needs to be.
Spam radio.
Yeah.
You know what? Here's the deal.
I'm a spam radio operator. Sorry, long day.
You know what is the most disappointing thing about that joke? Not how incredibly corny it was, but the fact that Daniel didn't come up with it first.
Yeah, Daniel should have got
he
that
has
one.
been rolling, and he should have come up with that first, and that is a shame.
I had to come in. The opportunity was there, so
yeah. Let's see.
But we should have Rogue as a guest appearance. So
yeah, Rogue is 3 time zones back from West Coast time. Because wait a minute, is she in Alaska now?
Someone said that. I didn't know that. I can't keep up with where everyone's living at.
Yeah, she's all over the place.
She's like the real deal prepper, like for walks the walk and talks the talk.
Oh yeah,
so
she lives it.
She lives it.
Yeah. The rest of us have imposter syndrome like you would not believe, but she is like, this is just it's like a vlog for her.
I like
this
when
is
she
what
does
I did in my day.
she does her Sarah Connor dress up things, which is cool. She's like the Sarah Connor of the preparedness community.
Yeah, especially with like her bow hunting and all of that.
Yeah, she's good at the bow hunting.
She's very good at that sort of thing. Yeah, I could definitely see us getting 2 spam cans and doing a bit off of that. That 100% could happen.
It would be kind of fun to see, like, What can you pressure in a things besides food? What are just the things you can put in a pressure canner and the can? Like maybe you do toothpaste, or maybe you do
It's
some
like, will it blend? But
yeah.
it's
Will
will
it
it
work?
can?
Will it can?
Yeah.
Bullets or something? Or what are all the prepper things that people would want?
Well, we've enjoyed the monetization thus far.
Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry.
Well, yeah.
Bullet bourbon. Bullet bourbon.
Could
Bulleit, I
you
think.
pressure can bourbon? I don't even know that you would need to though, because
Yeah, I don't think
it's
you wouldn't need to. Yeah,
yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's fantastic.
yeah.
Yes, and Europe has Survival Lily, and we have Rogue. Um,
I heard.
what would be?
Was Survival Lily on Naked and Afraid?
Yes,
Did
she
she do that?
was.
How did that go?
Yes, I don't know. I didn't watch the episode. I just saw her
I
posting
don't.
about it.
Yeah, I remember her posting about it. I didn't see the episode. I don't know if I'm comfortable with that. Like,
Yeah, the thing about it is like it's usually like they blur everything out,
yeah,
but it's still kind of like, I mean, for those of us who are fans of Survival Lily for her content and all that sort, it's still a little bit like seeing your friend kind of
yeah,
naked. Like it's a
yeah,
little like it's like, okay, it's blurred out, but like I still don't know how I feel about this.
yeah. I don't know if I'm comfortable like with any preparedness personality that we that we know being blurred out and naked.
Yeah.
I don't want to see, even like our the ones with the best bods, like Canadian Preppers seems to work out a lot. I don't want to see him naked either.
I was just gonna say, as we pan to the Canadian Prepper, American Prepper poster that you have on your
Yeah,
canning wall. I mean, who, maybe Mrs. Prepper has a Canadian Prepper poster. You know,
he should.
just
He probably has one on the website.
you know,
Different months. One's out All American Prepper, and
what we need to talk to him about is, did you ever see the beer can or the beer poster trend that was on like TikTok and YouTube? Okay. So it was mostly women, although there were other people who did it too. Basically making beer posters for their male partners
Mm.
or female partners. But it was generally females making a beer poster for their boyfriends or their husbands. Um, and so like it would not shock me if we went to Canadian Prepper and was like, look, we need to make one of you with a Molson can or something like that. Some Canadian beer. And put that up on the Canadian Preparedness website. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
something to keep everybody warm. That
He
would be
should
great.
make if he hasn't already, he should make Canadian bacon, but it should be like for tactical prepping purposes. So maybe it's canned bacon with the Canadian Prepper logo on
Tactical
it, and then just
Canadian.
call it Canadian bacon. It's
There you go. I think that is
pressure can it.
fantastic.
Yeah, I like it.
All right. Well,
We're sorry when we don't have Suttons here to keep us in line, it just starts going.
it's off the rails.
Yeah,
It's
it's off
off
the
the
rails.
rails.
It's off the rails.
All right. Well, it is. We're a little bit past kind of our target time here.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. After I'm gonna go while it's still daylight. I'm gonna film some B-roll footage of my Switchblade flashlight. So
exactly. And we got to let you out of the parking cone.
yeah.
I'm gonna go and have some dinner. I don't know if the kids are making dinner tonight or if it's like a fend for yourself or if my wonderful wife has made dinner. But some food will happen in the next 20 minutes. But we'll go from there. So thanks everyone for
Some
joining.
canned chicken. Is that what you're having for dinner?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
canned chicken stuffed with canned corned beef
Yes.
because we're
Yeah.
fancy, we're bougie like that.
Yes.
I think Wednesday next week. Are we feeling good about Wednesday next week?
I'm feeling good about Wednesday.
All right. So then stay tuned. Wednesday next week, Monday next week. Keep an eye out for Tup on Rogue Preparedness, this or that somewhere. Not sure when that will come out, but we'll keep an eye out for it. And thanks for joining.
Miss Carmen is saying hi. Has Miss Carmen been in the chat?
I think she's maybe a new arrival. I don't know.
Welcome.
We've had quite a few people in the
It's
chat
because
viewing.
we paired the channels. We had it planned. We synced before hours before. So maybe we're just have to do that.
It's amazing what happens when we actually put forethought and just the
When
smallest amount of effort into
we
this.
prepare for the stream, good things happen. So.
Exactly. All right, everyone. Well, we will see you next week. Thanks for stopping and have a wonderful rest of your week. We'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye-bye.